Part 8, 200 taels are also small money? Yi Yang followed Shui Chen and came to the dining room. Looking at the dozen or so dishes on the table, he couldn't help scolding this evil capitalism. He ate more than a dozen dishes by himself, and he only had one serving of boiled cabbage. Sure enough, money comes first everywhere. Brother Yi, sit down. Shui Chen called Yi Yang to sit first. Thank you, Imperial concubine, for your hospitality. Yi Yang sat down casually, which attracted Yuan Shou's dissatisfied eyes. He was about to speak to stop Yi Yang, but Shui Chen reached out his hand to stop him. It was only at this time that Yi Yang realized that there was a difference between the superior and the inferior, and he smiled a little embarrassedly. The Imperial concubine, please take a seat. Shui Chen took his chopsticks and smiled lightly. Brother Yi, don't be cautious, just treat this place as your Jinyang palace. You are welcome to eat what you want. Since Shui Chen said so, Yi Yang was really welcome. He picked up his chopsticks and started eating, since there are no pepper products in this world. The food is mainly bland. Although the taste is light, the ingredients are all top-quality ingredients, especially a steamed fish, which obviously does not look good, but the taste is outstanding. Especially the fish meat is tender and has no small spines. For people, it is a food that cannot be given up. Brother Yi, don't just focus on eating fish. Eat every dish. Seeing Yi Yang eating without etiquette, Shui Chen not only didn't feel insulted, but felt that eating should be like him. Eat meat and drink. Yi Yang nodded again and again. He had long wanted to eat a big meal after being hungry all night. He finally managed to get a free breakfast, so he naturally wouldn't be polite. Yuan Shou, who is on the side, can't stand it anymore. Is this a concubine? No etiquette at all. But his master also invited Yi Yang to have breakfast together. Yi Yang is really welcome. He even went with a small bowl of pastries when he was full. Looking at the small plate that was passed along, Shui Chen laughed out loud. Master, this concubine Yi is really not enough to swallow an elephant. Yuan Shou said, dissatisfied. Yuan Shou, it's just a small bowl of cakes, why bother? Besides, the soap he gave me is worth 200 taels of silver. Shui Chen didn't care about Yi Yang's progress, but admired Yi Yang's style very much. Bright and upright, arbitrary and free and easy. In this deep palace, he is the only one. It's really not easy to see everything through being seriously ill. Shui Chen sighed with emotion. Yi Yang, who went out with a bowl of cakes, took the cakes to Xiao Doubting, who was waiting in the garden, and said with a smile, Xiao Doubting, eat it. I'll make it for you. Holding a bowl of precious pastries, shouting no. How can he eat such a precious cake as a servant? If you want to eat it, you can eat it, what's wrong with it? Seeing that he didn't dare to eat it, Yi Yang picked up a piece of cake and stuffed it into Xiao Doubting's mouth. Eat it quickly, don't vomit, otherwise the food will be wasted. The sky was struck by thunder. Yi Yang intently threatened, so scared that Xiao Doubting hurriedly ate the cake in his mouth. The pastry is fluffy and soft, and very sweet. Xiao Doubting, who has never eaten such a food, is immersed in the deliciousness of the pastry. Is it delicious? Yi Yang asked. Xiao Doubting nodded again and again. It's delicious, it's so delicious. This is the first time Xiao Doubting has eaten such delicious food. Is it really so delicious? Yi Yang was also aroused by the cake, so he picked it up, putting a piece of pastry in his mouth. Eating the fluffy pastry, with a suspicious expression on his face. Is this delicious? Apart from the sweetness, he really didn't taste any other flavors, not the meat muffins of his time. Good to eat. Yeah. Xiao Doubting nodded again and again. Okay, you can eat more if you like. No, this is your master's. Xiao Doubting has to be saved for the master to eat when he is hungry. Xiao Doubting said seriously. thinking that the master only ate a bowl of hibiscus leaves last night. He felt distressed for his master. Naturally, he planned to leave this plate of cakes for the young master to eat when he was hungry. Gululu tilde, Xiao Doubting's stomach cried out in desperation. And for a while, Xiao Doubting's face was full of blush. I got this for you, eat it quickly. Yi Yang was really speechless, even though his stomach was screaming from hunger. He couldn't help but not eat. He picked up a piece of pastry and stuffed it into Xiao Doubting's mouth. Young master. Xiao Doubting was moved to tears for a while with the cake in his mouth. Hurry up and eat with me in the future. I won't make you hungry again. Yi Yang looked at Xiao Doubting with red eyes, and felt like a brick was in his eyes, and he wanted to cry. Yeah. Xiao Doubting swallowed the cake in his mouth and looked at Yi Yang, who was full of confidence in front of him, and there was a light of trust in his eyes. Shui Chen in the dining room happened to see Yi Yang exuding self-confidence, and a hint of surprise flashed in his eyes. At this moment, Yi Yang is like a dazzling scorching sun in the sky, exuding a strong light all over his body, making people dare not look directly. Yuan Shou's focus was not on Yi Yang, but on Xiao Doubting. Seeing Xiao Doubting eating his master's dessert, he stomped his feet angrily. Master, this concubine Yi is too much to take your cake. Give it to a servant. Isn't this very good? Shui Chen didn't think there was anything. The master loved the servant. Didn't it just prove that Yi Yang was kind-hearted? Yi Yang, who was standing in the garden, saw Shui Chen leaving the dining room, afraid that Shui Chen saw that the cake was eaten by Xiao Doubting. He bowed to Shui Chen and hurriedly left Shui Chen Hall with Xiao Doubting. On the way back to Jinyang Palace, Xiao Doubting asked Yi Yang carefully while eating pastries, Master, have you sold that soap? Yi Yang said before that he wanted to make money, but he asked later on the road. It turned out that the master of his family wanted to take advantage of the time to greet him and sell the soap they made last night. It's sold. From now on, we won't be hungry again. 200 taels of silver are enough for them to sell soap again next month. Xiao Doubting, when you leave the palace in a few days, bring some silver taels to my mother. By the way, help me tell her that she should eat and drink while she is young. Don't worry about me. Just a piece of soap sold for a sky-high price, if he was tossing out perfume. These concubines wouldn't be crazy about it. But master, although the soap has been sold, the money is small after all. So you still have to save some money. The father-in-law who manages the royal kitchen will have a lot of expenses. Moreover, the emperor has not been to Jinyang Palace for 2 years. If he spends money on eunuch Yun, who is beside the emperor, and asks eunuch Yun to help his master in front of the emperor, maybe the emperor will be happy and come to their Jinyang. What about the temple? 200 taels are also small money? Yi Yang was shocked. According to the original owner's memory, these 200 taels should not be small money anymore. 200 taels? Xiao Doubting opened his mouth wide and looked at Yi Yang in shock. Just adding lard to the plant ash water, it sold for a sky-high price of 200 taels. This is too scary.